Hello awesome YouTubers, this is my second car review. We're in Monument Valley. Well, somewhere near there. It is pretty close. This we're reviewing today, it came out when the speed pack came out, the raid version of the Ford Focus. I will do the dirt version as well. You've seen it, the dirt version was the one I did the Wind Hill racetrack. The dirt's I'll review the dirt quickly. The dirt's really good. It's probably one of the best cars on the dirt for more corners like this, bombing it quickly, or maybe a bit sharper. But for like ones where you don't have to get your back end out and drift round, it can lose it quite easily. It's a bit harder to control with the tight drifts, and since this is a raid, no point of it's to go off the road. I don't have many raid cars, so I can't really judge on it, but it reminds me of a cat does this, the front end of it. Hit a spontaneous pole, that's like near right. You will have seen the dirt car, but this one is probably one of the best dirt cars I had. It's a lot quicker than my first dirt car. It's got a lot better. It's definitely got a lot better suspension. This car's bouncy as always. Wanting to chuck me up all over the place. And yeah, we reached Monument Valley. You'll be seeing all sorts of things in this episode. If you let me know in the reviews which area of the United States you want me to go around. Yes, it's really bouncy is this car for the raid car, because the other raid car I've got isn't as far as bouncy, but it's probably because this one is slightly quicker and a bit lighter overall. I think anyway. Oh, crikey. Oh no, we can't get one. Ouch, that didn't sound good. Now the best thing probably to test it out is just a mountain. Let's test this raid car on a mountain. Yeah, I'll probably do it good. Oh, plonked ourselves near the ski jump as well. Right, let's take up here. See how good it does in the snow. It did alright in the dirt, but that's because the raids are again quick on the dirt. But the problem with the dirts is they are not the perfect hill climbing cars. The dirt actually can climb quicker up hills than some of these raid can. It is probably one of the best looking raid cars I've seen, I'll give it that. Yeah, it struggles up hills, but a lot of raid cars do. And while we're here, and while we're talking on the verge of raid, I know I don't normally do it, and I like to do different types of cars. Let's do my other raid we hadn't done. My Chevy Camaro, yes. It reminds me of a trophy truck, if you've ever seen trophy trucks. They're renowned for flipping a lot if they have accidents, but yeah, the suspension isn't as bouncy in this one. It's a bit more rigid, which means when it goes over the rocks in this game, it doesn't want to throw you up and kill you as much. This one feels like it's got more power, but I can't judge on full on power because there is more, how would I put it, this is probably a higher performance rating, but best suspension out of all my raid cars at the moment, because I'm going to get some more raid cars, is the buggy. The buggy gets the best for the suspension. I would say this has the best for top speed, looks and overall package. I would probably say the Ford Focus, but I will pick the Dune buggy as my favourite dirt raid because it looks good, it's cool, it's maybe not the best with the top speed, but it's proper bouncy and fun, and you want to take it all or not. It's one of the ones you would love to take on all terrain. Whilst this, it's quick, it looks like a trophy truck, but this is the kind of one you want to leave on a dirt track. You don't want to go take it in the States because it's just slow and sluggish and feels really heavy, does this car, even though it's a raid car. And went up the tree nearly then. But the Ford Focus one, it's a lot bouncier. This one doesn't grip as much either, so I would say out of my 3 raids so far, this is last, because the only good thing about this is the fact that it reminds me of a trophy truck, and the fact that it's probably the quickest. But my Ford Focus then comes second because of the looks, the overall package, but for sheer pleasure and enjoyment, I would go with the Dune buggy for that. But if you have to pick between the Camaro and the Ford Focus Raid, go for the Ford Focus Raid. It's a lot better. It's a lot quicker. It doesn't want to flip as much because it's heavier, which you may prefer, but please just go for the Ford Focus because it's just an overall better package. Right, our final car of the episode. Let's pick a random car. We won't pick a circuit car. You know, we'll pick a performance. We'll pick the hot rod, why not? Here we go. You didn't properly see it, did you, till the end? Crikey, it took a while to get out of that gear. You actually can hardly see anything out of these hot rods. And I feel like a crook, like in the 1950s crooks. And cartoons like, "Mwahaha, stealing the gold, mate." It's to say it's a hot rod, and hot rods, I mean, first of all, I do like the looks of it because there's multiple hot rods. There's the dirt, there's the circuit hot rod, there's the performance, which is this, and the street one. Now the street one's a bit more of your classic hot rod. This more's your extreme. This is more than what I call a hot rod, whilst your street's like the classic. The dirt doesn't look amazing, and I don't have a clue why the car that you have to find a circuit hot rod. I'd have much rather, I would have absolutely been over the moon if it was an open wheeler, even if it was an Indy car, an F1 car, F3 car. It'd have been really good if that was the circuit car you had to find rather than a hot rod circuit car. Well, hot rods, I always think that they can't. I always think more NASCAR power, because that's kind of where the hot rod kind of originated from, with hot rods wanting to go as fast as possible away from the cops with whiskey smuggling, and that's actually how NASCAR was born, through illegal stuff, whilst F1 was born through rich men who owned old airfields. But this is, surprisingly for a hot rod, it's really fun. On this ice, it's probably actually one of the most fun cars I've ever had driving on the ice, because the Dodge Viper one's really not fun to drive on the ice. It's a lot of them, the worst is the Ferrari. It just does not like to go around on ice because it just doesn't. But this hot rod's actually really fun and it's really good. It's not as good on some dry tracks, surprisingly. It feels a little bit better since, yeah, I don't know. This seems a lot better to drive. Kind of sparks, and I've never managed to get sparked that much. But I must admit, it's well. No lights on, lights on, no lights on, lights on, right. But it's surprisingly okay, maybe so. Its brakes are its weak point. It seems to corner better on the snow than it does on the dirt. Well, I have to have a look. Let's just go to Salt Lake. Or the Great Salt Lake. From my experiences, it corners better, surprisingly, on icy roads, probably because there's not as much friction, and I think it does better with less friction. Right, I could operate PS4 on my voice before that, but I really hope I haven't cancelled the recording. I always say that in my videos, but yeah, it's surprisingly nimble as well, though if you try to do quick moves it does kind of want to snap and you have to fight it. But for a pretty awesome car with novelty, that's when you upgrade it, it's going to be quick to drive and can surprisingly corner quick. It's very light if you want to do a mad jump, as you just saw there. It's very grippy and seemed to be alright at drifting, but if you're not that fussed, if you're wanting to sacrifice the brakes, but this is the overall the best hot rod you can find. Is the Perth one, which you find in the south. They're not as good as the ones that you find. Oh, there's Las Vegas there in the horizon, but then it's not as good as the street one for looks or for things, because this is like a burnout paradise hot rod. But yeah, the brakes are really not its best. But thank you all for watching again on my car review. I know this one's been more raid based, but yeah, this is just a really cool car. And the buggy, they're probably the best, but if you had an open wheeler for the circuit one, it'd have been beast. I'm not even kidding you, absolutely beast. Maybe it doesn't corner the fast corners as quick anyway, but yeah, thank you all for watching. Please give a like, comment, subscribe, preferably before I hit Las Vegas. Oh, I'm joking. I won't focus in them, but yeah, I'll see you around in my other car reviews. Bye.